What's up, you knuckleheads? It's Josh, and we are back with another 3-minute TFT guide. Today we're talking about Riftwalker Mascot Vex. Riftwalkers are brand new to TFT in set 8.5, and Vex has emerged as the dominant carry of that trait. So today we're going to walk through her, the Riftwalker trait itself, and how to best optimize it and Vex for easy climbing. There are only 3 Riftwalkers in set 8.5, which means you can't expand this out into a 5 or 7 trait comp. And what Riftwalker does is it summons Zac, who becomes another unit on your board. He also gains the last trait of the Riftwalker closest to him, so that means if he's right next to Vex, he counts as another Mascot. If he's next to Jhin, Renegade, and if he's next to Pyke, another Hacker. Now both Vex and Jhin are viable carries within the Riftwalker comp. Today we're going to focus on Vex, but I'll do a Riftwalker Jhin guide in the future, probably a Renegade-centric comp. So if you have Vex and Zac on your team, you will have 2 extra Mascots to go along with the 4 existing Mascots that return from set 8. Those being Nasus, Malphite, Nunu, and Alistar. So if you have all 4 of them on your board, plus Vex and Zac, that means you have 6 Mascots, meaning that your team is going to be healing 6% of their maximum health every 2 seconds, which is huge. And while Mascots can still work in a Hyper Roll comp with supers, this Vex comp is much better for them, as it scales a lot better into the late game. Now with Vex as your main carry, you're going to want to invest in a blue buff. Blue buff is crucial on her because she has a very low mana cost on her ability, and every third ability, her ability will fire through the person in front of her and hit the back line. So that means you want to get as many spells off in a short period of time as you possibly can. Other than that, your standard AP items like Archangel, Jewel Gauntlet, Rabadons are all going to be good on her. And you could also even throw on an attack speed item like Giant Slayer or Static Shiv. There's no real secondary carry in this comp. I guess you could throw some AD and attack speed items onto Jhin if you have them, but honestly, I would focus on buffing up your front line, particularly your Nunu and your Alistar. You want to keep them alive as long as possible. Items like Warmogs, Redemption, all going to be fantastic choices for your frontliners, and Nunu can also make use of Ionic Spark and Morellonomicon, so you can throw those onto him as well if you've got the beefiness covered by the others. For hero augments, you obviously want Vex's Endless Darkness, but Pyke's Small Game Hunter is actually another very underrated one because it camps all of your team's damage. Also, both of Malphite's hero augments, Rock Solid and Spirit Guardian, are both very good for this comp as well, as they can really help beef up your front line. For your other augments, obviously if you can get a Riftwalker or a Mascot Crown, that's going to be good for you to have. But one really strong augment that not a lot of people think of is Big Friend, because that's going to grant more tankiness to your frontliners that are starting near high health carries. Also, Woodland Charm is really good for beefing up your front line, but other than that, anything that's going to help you hyper roll, like Golden Ticket or your Shop Refresh, that's going to be a good option for you because you really want to roll for Vexes when you hit level 7. Now, an alternative, if you get a lot of AP items and Vexes being contested, is actually to go for this Spellslinger comp around Nico. You can check out my guide for that right there. Be sure to drop this a like and a subscribe to keep up to date with all the new TFT guides that I drop. I'll catch you later, knuckleheads. Peace.